Against Halifax here at the Shea, and the two sides emerge here from the dressing rooms. Craig Lingard, Sheffield Eagles side, arriving at the Shea, having shown that they can compete with most teams in the Championship. For the Sheffield Eagles, Joe Brown, Winfried Quarterline, Ryan Miller, Will Oakes, Kieran Gill and Billy Walkley. The halves are Kai Morgan and Jordan Abdul. Forwards, Massimo Tongo, Corey Johnson, Marty Riley. Back row, Connor Bauer, Josh Hudson. Loose forward, Harry Bowes. And on the interchange bench for the Eagles this evening, Reece Butterworth, Blake Broadbent, Alex Foster and Lewis Peachy. Two changes made by Craig Lingard's side. Kai Morgan in for Lenny Ellis, Martin Riley for George Griffin. 40 out from that Halifax try line, centre field position. They're moving on the right here with Morgan. Morgan to Brown. Brown on that right hand side to Will Oakes. He joins Kai Morgan in returning to face his hometown club. Will Oakes, Halifax born, plays it 10 out from the Halifax line. Centre field here now with Abdul. Abdul to Gill. Gill keeps it going, and Joe Brown's in. Over in at the corner. It's an electric start from the electric Sheffield Eagles. Corey Johnson to Martin Riley. And Riley on his return to action makes 10-15 metres. Now it's Abdul to Morgan. Bowers brought down just outside the Halifax 20. Johnson to Abdul. Abdul to Riley. Riley bounces off one, bounces off two. Brought down there by McCarran and Fairbank. Also Hugo Sabilio involved in that one. Here goes Abdul. Kicks early on tackle number 4. And they very nearly concede another try here. Halifax. He'll play the ball. 25 out from the Halifax line. Johnson centre field now to Abdul. Abdul looks for a willing runner. Finds one there in Harry Bowes. Tackle 4. 1 to go on this set. Halifax 0. Sheffield 4. Morgan to Brown, to Oakes, to Miller. Miller towards the corner. 4 defenders scramble back and deny Ryan Miller. This is the last tackle. Connor Bauer runs it on the power play, passes it to Oakes. Oakes goes over, but it did touch the Sheffield man first. It was not forward. He's left his coach's position here. He's not happy with what he's seen. He'll be putting some energy onto proceedings as Sheffield now look for their second score. Harry Bowes misses out Matongo, finds Morgan. Bauer to Brown. Miller in at the corner. They will get their second score. A spectacular effort there from Ryan Miller. Back-to-back tries for the former Widnes man. He scored last week in that 28-16 victory against Workington Town at Derwent Park. Jordan Abdul taking the allotted 90 seconds. Referee stops the clock, waves time on, and the crowd will tell you that that one has gone between the posts. Jordan Abdul gets his goal kicking off to a start here. The hook is to Rovers Loney. 2 metres out underneath the post. Jesse Sorich can't go past Connor Bauer and Martin Riley. 3rd tackle gone, 5 away. Curtis Davis back to Fishwick. Fishwick held and denied. Tackle 4, 1 to go for Halifax. They're still 2 metres out underneath the post. Now it's going to go to Lawford. Lawford, though, brought down there by Harry Bowes and wrapped up ball and all tackle. Last tackle. They're going to run it on this right-hand side with Barreau. Kicks across, looking to find Tibbs, who palms the ball back to Owen McCarran, and I think Owen McCarran has got the ball down there. It was magic from Ben Tibbs. So Sheffield reduced to 12 in that defensive line momentarily, and Lawford, eyes like dinner plates, moves the ball to Sorich. Sorich to Bro. A chance here now for Carter to Johnson. Alfie Johnson inside the 10 towards the corner, but tremendous scrambling defence there from Will Oakes. 9 appearances for Widnes before the move to Sheffield, and everything is being pulled and orchestrated by Jordan Abdul thus far in this Sheffield performance. Harry Bowes now to Riley. Hodgson just wants to run it in here, and they're there on tackle number 2. The 20 metres out here. Ball's been stolen in front of the post. James Vella says it's another penalty. Craig Lingard, he's wanting 2 points, Craig Lingard. And as we said, Craig Lingard's been full of praise with that determined attitude and resilience on show in those last two performances against Widnes and Workington. Abdul with a kick predicted 100%, adds an extra 2. It could be crucial in the scheme of things. Riley brought down by Calcott and Foster. McComb also involved in that tackle. They're 20 metres out in front of the Halifax post. They're up by 8, 12 points to 4. Morgan now to Bauer. 95th appearance of his Sheffield career in his 150th. And here goes Martin Riley inside the 10. Gives it to Abdul. Abdul to Gill. Gill denied by Lawford and Bro. He's 5 metres out is Kieran Gill. It's going to be Harry Bowes acting half to Lewis Peachy, and Lewis Peachy, crash, bang, wallop, the former Castleford York Newcastle man. He has his first try of 2026 against his hometown club. Get a crucial 2 points. That blows this game further out here. Yes, he can. Halifax Panthers 4, Sheffield Eagles 18. Up there by the Davis brothers of Connor and Curtis. They're up and over halfway here with Morgan. Will Oakes bounces off 1, bounces off 2. It's still going, it's Will Oakes. Will Oakes towards the Halifax line. Will Oakes is going to be brought down 2 metres out. This is the last here. Harry Bowes to Abdul, and Abdul's over, but the try will not count to Jordan Abdul. Forcing Will Oakes towards the touchline, but he's just put the handbrake on. Will Oakes will play it, 15 out. Good run there from Will Oakes from that scrub position. 35 out, and he's playing it inside the 20. Now it's going to be Connor Bauer, tackle 2. Centre field, right in front of the post now as Harry Bowes gives it to Abdul. Abdul to Foster, the former Leeds Castleford man. Wrapped up just outside the Halifax 10-metre line. Reece Butterworth, who's just come on the field as Abdul kicks through looking for Morgan, but Will Bro has come up with a try-saving play from the Panthers. Ryan Miller now tackle 2 after Sheffield moved it towards this right-hand side. Back in centre field they're going to go with Morgan now to Brown. Brown's rolled over. Tackle 3. 2 to go for Craig Lingard's side as Butterworth now gives it down the middle here with Peachy. 5 shy of halfway. Tackle 4. 1 to go. Butterworth. 5-10 metres inside the Halifax half, and the former Bradford Huddersfield man's going to play it on the last. Once again, Abdul, a high, hanging, booming kick. They're going to let the ball bounce here, and there's a chance for Walkley. Walkley towards the corner. Walkley's going to go in. The never say die attitude and heroism there from Billy Walkley. 14th try of the season on that Eagles line. Out of acting half, they're going to go, the Panthers, to Lawford. Will Bro has it in possession, but he's wrapped up there by Morgan and Bauer. Back in front of the post here with Jesse Sorich to Fishwick. He's brought down underneath the post by Butterworth. Quick play the ball. Lawford. There's a chance here in at the corner for Tibbs, and they're in at the corner. Ben Tibbs crosses out wide. He goes back to back in his 6th season here at the Shea. And if the passes stick, Lawford to Brough to Tibbs as Lawford from the far stand touchline. That looks good. It's between the posts, and it's 12 points the difference. The gap has decreased. 30 out here, Halifax, 20 in field. Lawford targets Brown again. Brown takes it. 5 away from his own line. Fishwick chasing that one. Massimo Tongo about to come back on the field here for Sheffield. The game heading towards the hour mark, and Sheffield have lost it in front of their own post, and they're going in for a score. It's Alfie Johnson. It's a try out of nothing. Sheffield lost the ball in front of their own post, and the ball was moved in quick succession to get the restart underway. Well, the former England international finally gets his bearings, and Halifax have knocked on from Jordan Abdull's restart. What a birthday gift it would be if Motongo crossed on his 30th birthday. Now it's going to be Abdull the Broadbent underneath the post, tackle free. Still Halifax 14, Sheffield 22. Morgan has it to Brown, to Oakes. Oakes towards the corner, gets the ball to Miller, and Miller's knocked it on with the line open. Butterworth in there in acting half, scoops it up, moves it centre field now to Massi Motongo, the Zimbabwean, 30 years of age, second season at the Eagles. Now it's going to go to Abdull on that left-hand side. Sheffield with Hodgson wrapped up just outside the 20. Back they're going to come here now with Bowes to Broadbent inside the 20. Tackle 4. Butterworth to Abdull. 10 away to Gill to Walkley. Walkley's in at the corner. A hat-trick against Workington on Sunday. He's got a double against the Panthers at the Shea tonight. Halifax 14. Sheffield 26. Harry Bowes, tackle 3, just shy of halfway. Butterworth to Morgan. Now to Motongo. Wrapped up there by Fishwick and Davis. Tackle 4, 5 inside the Halifax half. Here goes Alex Foster on a left-channelled run. This is the 5th and last for Craig Lingard's side. You already know the script. On the last to Abdull. Abdull drills it down towards touch, but Halifax are going to keep that in the field of play. They have to, because time is of the essence. The former Bradford man. Quick play the ball. Butterworth. One-man rugby here from the Eagles. This is the last. Halafihi wrapping up his former Bradford teammate, Butterworth. Sheffield on the last. Morgan drills it into touch. Clever kick there from Kai Morgan. The gap is 12. Lawford. Sorich towards the corner. Brofsinen will score for Halifax. Is it game back on? James Vella says no. He's disallowing the try. And he's rolled over on his back here. What does Sheffield do? They're just outside the Halifax 20. Oh, Jordan Abdull thought about the 1 point there. He's decided to kick towards the corner. Referee says penalty. Jordan Abdull taken out off the ball by Davis. And you can hear all about that on Sunday. Here at the Shea, Jordan Abdull has taken the full 90 seconds off the clock. There's just 2.5 to go now. And Abdull 20 metres out from the post, 10 in from touch. Jordan Abdull will win this game for the Sheffield Eagles. A penalty conversion. We're in the final 30 seconds here at the Shea. Lawford kicks early. Up and over halfway. It's a bit of a foot race. Lawford putting pressure on Brown. Brown has it. 10 out from his own try line. And Joe Brown now will launch an attack. And here goes Joe Brown. He's got a bit of daylight. He's brought down 10 shy of halfway. There goes the full-time hooter. And Sheffield back up that victory over Workington Town on Sunday. 5 days later, they have defeated the Halifax Panthers